Hi everyone, I'm here with somebody special today. Who am I here with?
Ted Fitzgerald.
Dad, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a agriculture business major from Cal Poly. I also studied crop science. Graduated, worked at Phillips Lighting for a couple of years, and now I'm at Ensave. And we are a rebate implementer for Southern California Edison and Southern California Gas. And our goal is to help get growers funding for their energy efficiency projects, and it's been a lot of fun helping growers out.
Yeah, it seems a little bit easier to give the money away for free than to sell the lights. Is that true?
Yeah, it's definitely easier to give money away rather than
Yeah.
to convince people to buy expensive LEDs. But it's really initiated a lot of adoption for these technologies, and it's helping these growers out. As you know, growers have very slim margins, so anything that they can get for this really expensive equipment helps out.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about your whole coverage region and just the vast scale of geography that you cover?
Yeah, so we are in the Southern California Edison territory, which spans from Santa Barbara all the way to Orange County, all the way inland, going up to like Fresno. So it's a vast territory. SoCal Gas is about the same, but it goes a little bit higher into SLO County. But yeah, there's a lot of greenhouse and indoor growers, and yeah.
Could you just give me a rough estimate? So there's a lot of growers out there that have 1,000-watt high pressure sodium lights, and what could one expect to get for replacing that with a new luminaire? Could you just describe that a little bit?
Yeah, so the LED lighting is split up into different facility types, indoor or greenhouse. In the indoor section, it's either stacked or non-stacked, single layer or multi. And then it's also split up into cannabis and non-cannabis, vegetative and flowering. So there's 12 different scenarios. The cannabis ones aren't as incentivized as the non-cannabis, but the lowest incentive is $69 a light, which is the flowering stacked cannabis. And the highest incentive is for greenhouses, which is for non-cannabis vegetative. So growers can get $538 a light in that scenario. So that's really helping growers out, and it's fueled a lot of interest for this program.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, why do the cannabis growers get less money than the vegetable growers? Is there any reason for that? I'm sure the cannabis growers out there watching this are like, why do we not get as much money? Is there a good reason behind that? Just curious.
So the engineers that designed this program were looking at the baseline for each facility type and have come up with baseline efficiencies per type. And they found that the tiered racking cannabis growers already have a high efficiency, so there's less kilowatt hour savings that they can claim. Okay. But for the non-cannabis greenhouse vegetative growers, they don't have a high baseline for efficiency, so there's more savings that could be claimed when transitioning to LEDs.
Okay.
So
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that. Now, how do you determine quality, or is there any kind of standard, or is it DLC that one must be approved by, or is there anything else that you could maybe describe there on that?
So the LEDs have to be DLC listed, and it has to meet a minimum requirement of 2.86 micromoles per joule, and that's the tested PPE with a 400 and 700 nanometer range. And yeah, that's the basic baseline, and if a fixture's above that, it qualifies, regardless if it's 0.01 above that threshold or a full point above that. So yeah, anything above that threshold really helps out. And I see that Acuity has a lot of fixtures that qualify. So
That's right. Yeah.
Could you elaborate on some of the portfolio that qualifies?
Oh, well, I think what's nice about the Acuity portfolio is that we really have a full solution. So it's really for all applications of growth, all the way from tissue culture, say 30 to 50 micromoles, all the way up to 1,000 plus micromoles on cannabis. So everything within that range we really cover. So we have one of the broadest portfolios. We're in the top 3 of manufacturer submissions to DLCs. So anyone that's interested in the SoCal Edison rebate program is likely to find a product that we could supply that would meet that criteria.
That's awesome.
Now, Ted, can you maybe give us a little idea of what has been the most fun project that you've worked on so far, or have you landed some really big energy wins? I think last week you were telling me about a facility that drew about 22 megawatts of power, which is massive. And I'd say for me, hearing about that probably has to be the most exciting project. But is there another one or is it that one that sticks out in your mind as what's really exciting for you?
That one is up and coming, so it hasn't been installed yet, and we're still finalizing the details of that installation. But another up and coming one is a tissue culture lab. They'll be getting color-controllable fixtures, and they do micropropagation of floriculture plants, and they've come up with a really unique variety of petunias that have bioluminescent properties, so it glows at night. I think that's really cool, just from a plant science perspective. And helping growers that have these creative innovations adopt these lighting technologies is really cool, because they wouldn't be able to afford all these fixtures if it wasn't for this energy rebate. Right now they have basic Chinese lights that don't dim, so having dimming capabilities will definitely help out as well.
Excellent, Ted. We need more ambassadors like you across the United States and across the globe, really helping to reduce energy demand. So we appreciate you for your work, and we're here for you anytime you need us. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thanks, man.
Have a great show.
Appreciate it.